You've seen the statistics, what it is to live with type 1 or type 2 diabetes and the complications that can be associated with the condition. How can Lions make their mark in their community? Organise a Know Your Risk screening event. Work with diabetic support organisations. Work with other diabetic organisations such as Diabetes UK, JDRF, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, general promotion of our diabetic program, and look at and possibly apply for an LCIF diabetic grant. General promotion of our diabetes program. One thing to remember by clubs is when promoting the diabetes program within your community, you're not only promoting the program, but more important, your club and the Lions clubs in general. This can be at major events, static displays, stalls, epfates, or just handing out information that is over and above what has already been referred to in previous presentation.
Diabetes UK, Know Your Risk. There are two methods of carrying out a test. The first is face-to-face, and the second is online. The online test can be carried out at home or at an event. All that is required to carry out the test is a set of scales, a tape measure, and internet access for your computer or laptop or tablet or smartphone, as you can use any of these devices. Complete the assessment, log on to riskscore.diabetes.org.uk.
This is the screen that will greet you when you first log in. It's a very simple, basic form to complete. To start, you'll advise you'll need a tape measure and scales. As you answer the question, there are basically 4 that you can't change in your lifestyle and 3 that you can, but they will be quite evident as we go along. To start, first one, gender, male. Your age. Your ethnic background. Do you have a parent or brother or sister that has type or has had type 2 diabetes? My father did. Now the bits that you could change, your waist measurement. Mine is 36. Next, how tall am I? 5'8". How much do I weigh? 13 stone 4, which gives me a BMI of 28.3. And that, have you been told you have high blood pressure? Yes. And that is it. We will skip the next section for the time being, but I'll explain further in a minute. Then we'll go straight to Know Your Risk. Mine is 31. As I said, I knew mine was going to be high because I am a type 2 diabetic. And this is how the results are made up. These are the 4 set questions you can't change, and these are the 3 that you can with a change of lifestyle. The section we skipped just now, which is complete, if that is completed, Diabetes UK will email you a letter for you to take to your GP. So whatever your grading is, whether it is low or increased, moderate or high, it would be advisable to contact your GP practice and get a diabetic blood test. Type 2, as we said previously, you can have it for 10 years without noticing any signs.
Face-to-face assessments. These can be carried out directly with the general public at any organised event. All you need is trained personnel, and by that we mean personnel that have been trained to carry out the risk assessments. They may be Lions, they may be Diabetes UK officials, or they may be medics. The equipment that you need is a tape measure or height measuring equipment and a set of scales.
To start, you will need the form from Diabetes UK and Know Your Risk. Then it's let's get started. As it says, finding out your risk of type 2 only takes a few minutes. It could be the most important thing you do today. The questions are identical to what it was online. The only thing is this time you indicate on the sheet what category you are in, then total up your points, which again are the same rating as they were when you were online. The back page indicates what to do next. If you're at high risk of over 25 points, you're 1 in 4 chance of developing type 2. 16 to 24 points, you're at medium risk. That means 1 in 10. 7 to 15 points is increased risk. That's 1 in 35. And if you're 0 to 6, you're low risk, which is 1 in 100. And that is basically it.
Diabetes UK have a selection of very good information booklets. It's important to remember there are things you can't change, such as age, ethnicity and family history, which may put you at higher risk. But there are things you can change through a healthy diet and by taking regular exercise, which can give an opportunity to reduce your weight, waist and BMI measurements. If the things you can't change put you in or close to a higher risk band, then considering changes to your lifestyle is more important than ever. This booklet is specifically aimed at those in the high risk category, which is with a point score of 25 or more, and provides information on what to do next. Visit your local GP surgery, think about changes to your diet and taking more exercise. This booklet is specifically aimed at those at moderate risk. which is a score of between 16 and 24 points. And again, this recommends visiting your local GP surgery, looking at changing your diet and taking more exercise. There are also 3 further excellent publications. Eating Well with Diabetes, which gives helpful hints on food choices and examples of healthy recipes. Know Your Risks, which is a general information book to help you understand diabetes more and to know the risks associated with it. And Moving More, which provides information on exercising more and provides some helpful tips. All of these booklets can be obtained free of charge from Diabetes UK. If you know your risks, there are things you can do to reduce them. So why not do an online assessment now? It couldn't be easier.
David Morris, Colton Lions Club, District 105 CN Diabetes Awareness Officer. Some general information on what a support group is all about. It doesn't really matter what the subject of the group is, most of these points are generic. Some initial steps that we found very invaluable in setting up our group. It's very important to get full support from at least 2 medical staff who specialise in diabetes care. Without the support from the professionals and the commitment from them, you could find it difficult to provide your support to your members. Also, from a club point of view, agree the ground rules. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money to run a support group, but agree a budget. But it does need ownership and commitment. Don't forget to register your group with Diabetes UK. They are an invaluable resource to you. Remember, when selecting a venue, parking, accessibility, catering facilities, as you would normally do for any event. Healthcare professionals are normally busy during the day, so the meeting may have to be in the evening or weekends. Use your normal PR routes for your campaign. The PR for your club has also spin-offs for membership as well. Doctors' practices may send out letters of invitation, but they may charge you. They won't, of course, give you any contact details. Don't forget Diabetes UK. They also know diabetics in your area and they can help. Something often forgotten is to obtain the details of those who attended your meetings for future communications, but remember GDPR. At the end of your first meeting, have a discussion with those present to ask for the suitability of the venue, the day, time, and also what frequency of the meetings they require. And don't forget, there may be some who are interested in attending but can't attend on the day you first chose. Speakers don't always have to be on health issues, some other interesting topics as well. But remember, always leave time for general discussion and questions. These are 2 testimonials that I've taken from the Lions Club's International Guide for setting up a support group. These are the comments that I made in the International Guide, and I still believe they're very valid today. Just a point that the healthcare professionals at the meeting can't get involved in personal treatments. They can only give general advice and support. Individuals must still attend their regular consultations with their own diabetes professionals. But the information and support from the group can keep them on the right road and save the practice time and their own time in unnecessary visits. We have found that members set up their own informal groups as well. There is a wealth of experience at the meeting. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and we can all learn from someone else's experience. Thank you for listening today, and good luck in setting up your own support group. But just remember, there is plenty of help and support available to you in setting up your group in the future. Thank you.